How's it going? Batman here. Believe it or not, this is a different shirt than I wore in the last episode. I have two Batman shirts. This one's kind of got that like glossy, athletic type, whatever. Anyways, Batman shirts. You can't live without them. Gotta have a Batman shirt. If you don't have a Batman shirt, go buy a Batman shirt. Even if it's a different color, different whatever, you gotta own a Batman shirt. It's just how it is. Anywho's, I was actually thinking about something funny. I was thinking, where does Batman where does Batman wash the Batmobile? Is there like a drive-through, kind of automatic car wash type thing when he, goes in the Batcave and like before he parks it, so it like washes every time? Or does it wash when he's leaving? I would think it would wash when he was coming in, so it could like dry. But anyways, or does he like go out and does he hand wash it himself? What does Batman do? Where does he wash his Batmobile? I want to see it. I want to know. Has it ever been in a comic? Has he ever washed it somewhere? I know in Batman Begins, the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan one, he jumps through a waterfall with the tumbler, which is the Batmobile. So that's kind of like a car wash, right? Jumping through the waterfall. Anyways, I want to know. If anyone knows the answer, let me know, because I want to know how Batman washes the Batmobile. I'm too lazy to Google it. Anyways, we're reading these TOPPS cards. Ghastly Revelation. So we're reading these kind of, what would you call them? Like movie tie-in promotional TOPPS cards. You'd buy like kind of like the old baseball card packs or whatever, and it's just like little collectibles. This was big when I was a kid. Anyways, continuing on with card 39 of 133 or 132, I don't remember. Ghastly Revelation. The grimy office of an unlicensed gangland doctor. This nervous little ferret of an MD hovers over a patient whose face is swathed in bandages. He unwinds them, then stares at his recent handiwork. The doctor's mouth drops open. Calmly, the patient asks for a mirror, but the doctor just stands there, transfixed by the sight of Jack Napier's face. Mirror! Jack is handed a mirror. He looks at himself. He begins to laugh, maniacally. As the trembling doctor backs away, Jack bolts out of his office and into an unsuspecting world. Back from the dead. We are in Carl Grissom's penthouse, and it's after dark. His private elevator hisses open, and out steps Jack Napier, all but hidden under a trench coat, muffler, and slouch hat. That you, Sugar Bumps? Grissom's raspy voice calls out from the bathroom. A few moments later, Grissom walks in and confronts the still bundled figure of Napier, his face covered by a muffler. Grissom, with a phony concern. Jack! Thank God you're alive. I heard you've been... Jack. Fried? Is that what you heard? No deals, Grissom. Crazy Jack trains a gun on Grissom's belly, gestures him over to an empty chair. You set me up, the freakish crook shouts. Over a girl! You must be insane! Grissom cautiously reaches for a desk drawer. Jack catches sight. Don't bother. Your life won't be worth spit, Grissom nervously barks back. Jack is quite philosophical about this. I've been dead once already. It's very liberating. You have to think of it as a therapy. Grissom begins to panic. He tries to make a deal with Napier, but the reborn criminal mastermind has other plans. It's really hard doing this because I want to say the lines from the movie, and some of the lines are different. So, and I finished watching the movie last night, and yeah, it's holds up. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next card. Call me Joker. Carl Grissom, at Napier's mercy, begs for his life. Jack, listen, we'll cut a deal. Jack. Jack's dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. He flings away his hat, rips the muffler from his face, and as Grissom staggers back, gasping in shock, Jack Napier stands revealed in his full, horrendous glory. His flesh is bleached bone white. His hair is a luminous seaweed green, and his cheeks are torn and puckered from the bullet wound, twisting his mouth into a hideous, perpetual harlequin's grin. The Joker. And as you can see, I'm much happier. Grissom's gruesome demise. The Joker, gun in hand, begins to giggle. This soon builds to hysterical laughter. Desperate, Carl Grissom makes a lunge toward his desk drawer. The Joker fires, again and again, until the clip is empty. The king of crime is dead. Long live the clown prince. Sometime later, the Joker sits in Grissom's chair and surveys moon-drenched Gotham City. Ah, what a town. It always brings a smile to my face. I like how it says sometime later. I think it was intercut with a scene in between in the movie. Anyways, and then it comes back to him being at his desk. Wait till they get a load of me. The terrifying Joker, formerly Jack Napier, swivels in Grissom's chair until he notices a copy of the Gotham Globe on the desk in front of him. Winged Freak terrorizes Gotham's gangland, blasts the now blood-spattered headline. The Joker seems intrigued. He picks up the newspaper and starts to hum. Watch it, Batman. Wait till they get a load of me. Hi, honey. The beautiful Alicia Hunt, with an armload of dress bags, enters her apartment and is startled by a familiar voice from behind. Honey! Alicia turns around. Her eyes widen. She shrieks. Sitting casually in an easy chair is the Joker. He's wearing a smoking jacket and slippers, reading the paper, and there's a dry martini at his side. You wouldn't believe what happened to me today. The new crime boss. Carl Grissom's penthouse suite. Gotham's most notorious crime lords stare warily at the Joker, who sits at the head of the table. He tells them that Grissom's disappeared and that he's acting president. Dressed in a big slouch hat, the Joker's face is layered with heavy flesh-toned makeup, and his hair's been rinsed back. Black. But there's no way he can conceal that ghoulish, unearthly smile of his. This would be like similar to the pencil, making the pencil disappear. Gotham City's gang lords. The Joker addresses his top generals in the war against a safe and healthy Gotham City. Oh, top generals. So that's how it is, gentlemen. Until Grissom resurfaces, I'm the acting president. And I say we start with this anniversary festival and run this city into the ground. Vinny Ricorso is the smartest gang goon of the bunch. He doesn't believe a word the Joker's saying. Why don't we hear this from Grissom? Antoine Rotelli, an oily mobster, chimes in. How come you're wearing that stupid smirk? Because life's been good to me, the Joker quips. Joy buzzed to death. Rotelli. What if we say no? The Joker. Nobody wants a war, Antoine. If we can't do business, we shake hands, and that's it. Rotelli. Yeah? The Joker. Yeah. Rotelli stands up and offers his hand. The Joker shakes it. We notice a joy buzzer concealed in the Joker's palm. 40,000 volts of electricity course through Rotelli's body. Ah! Evil of the Joker. It's madness, mirth, and cold-blooded murder. It's the Joker's handy-dandy way of eliminating the competition. A joy buzzer that electrocutes all handshakers in less than 20 seconds. What'll this Joker think of next? Gotham's most powerful gang lords are wondering just that. Do they scheme to assassinate him? Risk his deranged anger? Or do they accept this volatile creature as the new crime kingpin of Gotham City? Fried alive. Gotham's crime lord Antoine Rotelli, victim of the Joker's electrifying joy buzzer, drops back into his chair, a blackened husk. Smoke pours out of his sleeves and shirt collar. Antoine got a little hot under the collar. The Joker begins to laugh at his own sick joke. Vinny Ricorso, getting up to leave. You're insane. Joker, affronted innocence. Haven't you heard of the healing power of laughter? Just then, a squad of armed thugs burst into the room. I'm in charge now. The Joker begins to laugh again, removes his hat and wipes sweat from his brow. This exposes a patch of chalk white flesh, which bewilders the gang lords. Soon the Joker's foul henchmen escort these criminal chieftains from the room. Bob, his right-hand thug, is called over and shown a copy of the Gotham Globe. The Joker. Bob, I want you to take a camera and follow this reporter Knox. Find out what he knows about Batman. You got to learn to use people, Bob. Bob. Yes, sir. A final farewell. Henchman Bob exits, leaving the Joker alone with the charred corpse of Antoine Rotelli. The Joker, addressing Rotelli's body. Your pals, they're not such bad guys. What do you say we give them a couple days to come around? The Joker pauses. He's apparently listening to the corpse now. No? He listens again. Grease him now? The Joker seems shocked but cooperative. Okay. Finally, he shakes his head, mocking sorrowfully. You're too vicious, Rotelli. I'm glad you're dead. I'm glad you're dead. The Lord of Wayne Manor. Intrigued by the mystery surrounding millionaire Bruce Wayne, Vicky Vale sits in her car a block from his mansion, squinting through her telephoto lens. Finally, Wayne emerges from the main gate and takes a long walk. He wears dark glasses and carries a small, unimportant-looking package. Vicky pursues at a reasonable distance. He leads her to a trash-scattered alley in a rundown part of town, unwraps the package, reveals 2 long-stemmed roses, and kneels before them, closing his eyes. What's he doing? Vicky wonders to herself as she gently clicks the shutter. Outside City Hall. Flanked by a lawyer and a couple of bodyguards, Vinny Ricorso, the crime lord from Grissom's boardroom, emerges from City Hall. They are immediately besieged by a small army of reporters, Alexander Knox among them. Ricorso has a simple statement for the press. Mr. Grissom's asked me, as a personal favor, to take over the operation of his businesses until he returns. Knox can't conceal a cynical smile. Hey, that's a pretty big gift. You guys must have been very close. Did you do a little time together as children? The other reporters laugh. Ricorso ignores Knox's comments and is escorted down the stairs. The Mime of Mayhem. Street mimes everywhere. They are the Joker's goons in disguise, converging on City Hall as Vinny Ricorso talks to reporters. One of them steps right up to Vinny and pulls out a ridiculously long quill pen. Then the street mime lifts up his wig, and underneath the white skull cap, it's the Joker himself. Hello, Vinny. It's me, your Uncle Bingo. Time to pay the check. And with that, Joker hurls his sharp-tipped pen right into Ricorso's throat. The crime lord falls, clutching his wound, bleeding to death before the horrified eyes of reporters and bodyguards. Ooh. Funny meeting you here. It's a bloody free-for-all at City Hall. It's a bloody free-for-all at City Hall. That's a good line. Somebody screams. The reporter scatters, and The reporters scatter, and the street mimes fire machine guns into the air. Vicky, still on Bruce Wayne's trail, dives behind a parked car. She turns around to see Bruce rooted in the ground, watching the sudden explosion of violence, transfixed. "Bruce, get down!" Vicky shouts. He completely ignores her and begins to walk, slowly at first, then faster, directly toward the Joker. Does he recognize him? City Hall Massacre. Mayhem prevails at City Hall as the gunfire continues. Frightened onlookers take cover while the street mimes, ugly goons wearing heavy makeup, blast away at everything moving. The Joker, madder than ever, laughs at the din and walks as if immortal. The Joker, madder than ever, laughs at the din and walks as if immortal down the smoking front steps of the building. He never notices Bruce Wayne, still walking directly toward him, still a considerable distance from his quarry, but his recognition of this evil creature seems to be growing. Sorry about that. Outrageous assault. At long last, the violence at City Hall has ended. The Joker and his murderous street mimes have piled into their cars and sped away. A silence descends upon the scene. Only the sound of crying and ebbing fear remain. Bruce Wayne, watching the Joker's car tear away, is suddenly, unexpectedly confronted by Vicky. He looks at her, sweat pouring down his face. He stares directly into her eyes. She looks back at him and sees the unmistakable signs of deep trauma. Bruce: "I'm sorry, Vicky." He then turns and disappears into the crowd. So, good place to stop. Yeah, real good. I'm going to try to read these with a little more enthusiasm just because it's fun. But yeah, anyways, tune into the next episode. I'm going to record it now, so I'm going to be wearing the same stuff and looking the same. But don't be confused, because it's a different episode. Peace out, yo.